it's simple, but it's not easy. So you just got to do the work that you know that you need to do. And if you're motivated to do it, then you can have success.
Welcome to Realtors Conspiracy Podcast. Today I'm here with Karlyn Eacrett from Keller Williams, and we're going to discuss all her success in real estate so far.
Ooh, yay.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So tell me, how long have you been a realtor?
Just about 3.5 years.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. And then what's your background? Where were you before?
Before I got into real estate, I was actually a social worker.
Okay.
Yeah, so I worked with adults with disabilities.
So dealing with people. How did you transition to real estate?
Honestly, I really loved what I did as a social worker, but it's a very tough business. It's very hard on you emotionally and physically. So it just came to a point where it was time for a change, and this is the route that I took.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. And then what do you love about real estate?
I love that it doesn't really feel like work to me. The staging days, the photography days, going to meet new clients, going on appointments, I love all of that. So it doesn't ever really feel like a job.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fun. So
what's your day-to-day like? What does a regular day look like?
It varies so much.
Yes.
One day might just be in the office calling and following up, emails. The next day could be, staging photography appointments. You're going here, going there. It really varies. Some days are kind of low key and I can just kind of work from home or work from the office. Other days it's all over. It's a lot of driving, a lot of here, a lot of there, but I love it.
Nice. And then what gets you up in the morning? Like, what's the reason why you're like, wow.
My kids. They literally wake me up every morning.
But the reason why you get to work or why?
I guess for my kids, ultimately.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, I love the job. It's exciting to me. And, I don't really need that extra push to do it because I love to do it.
Because you love it.
Yeah. And I feel really, grateful that I do love my job. There's a lot of people who don't. And so I'm really happy.
Yeah. I often think that when someone says they have a 9-to-5 job and they hate it, I'm like, why do you
keep doing it?
Yeah. Why are you there every day? Something you hate. So.
I can't imagine going back to a 9-to-5, working for somebody else and punching the clock. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it.
No.
Couldn't do it at this point.
And a lot of people think realtors have it easy because they're like, oh, you make so much money, whatever. It's not a 9-to-5. You don't hate it, but it is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. The hours are long. You're working into the evening most days. Evenings, weekends, you're going to showings, open houses, that kind of thing. But it sort of all balances out for me anyway, because I do love it and I enjoy it. It doesn't seem like work to me.
It's not torture.
It's not torture. It's not, 9-to-5, checking in with your boss, somebody hovering over you.
Yeah.
So
it works.
It evens out.
And then what is it that makes you different from other realtors in your market?
I don't know. I think overall, I always try to lead with honesty. I always try to lead with being, authentic. I think that that's kind of a huge part of being successful in this business.
Yes.
There's a saying that it's simple, but it's not easy. So you just got to do the work that you know that you need to do. And if you're motivated to do it, then you can have success.
Yeah.
But definitely just being truthful and being yourself, and people will just naturally gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
I think.
I find like the old salesman stereotype of realtors is going away now. A lot more realtors are more into integrity, authenticity, like being true and transparent, and I find that works way better than just the salesy, snaky. Yeah,
I've never been a big fan of that approach. Obviously there's some who, that's what they choose to do.
Yeah,
that's fine. I feel like if I'm putting out a certain energy, those are the clients that I'm going to attract.
Yes.
So, I try to just be myself, and I end up with great clients, and I think that's why. That's amazing. I love that. What's the one thing you do every day that pushes your success that you think of? The one thing that I do every day, follow up.
Okay.
every day, and lead gen.
Okay.
Super important. It comes back to that whole, it's simple, it's not easy. A lot of people have trouble getting motivated to do those things because they're a bit more tedious of a task, to sit down and call 30 or 40 people or to reply to 30 or 40 emails.
Yes.
But to me, it's just part of the job, and I try to just get it out of the way in the morning, and then I can go on with the more fun stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. And then where do you lead gen? Where do you call from?
Usually from home.
Okay.
Yeah, I find that's the best. After the kids are at school, I drop them off, come home, just get it done for the day.
Yeah.
Usually takes, depending on what I'm doing, how much follow-up I have, an hour, 2 hours, get it out of the way,
pretty good.
Then move on to the next.
So it's not the worst. It's
like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not even that bad. It's just the more tedious of the things that we have to do. So I prefer to just get it over with first thing in the morning.
Nice. And you did a big relaunch in your marketing, new image, new photos. Everything's really good, clean looking. Thanks. And then what is next coming up for you for...
I think the next big thing, and we've talked about this, is the website.
Yes.
Overhauling the website, getting everything sort of integrated in there, creating more of a stronger, more brand-aware online presence, not just on social media, but on a website as well.
Yeah.
Which is tough because every agent has a website. They all kind of do the same thing. So how do you stand out? Hard to be different. And you don't want to be so different that... it's not effective, obviously.
That's true.
I just want it to be kind of just easy for clients, easy for people to find me, easy for people to use and navigate, and have it be a source of information.
Very cool. And then what would be your key relationships or partners that you have in your business that you rely on, they rely on you or something?
I have a lot of those, everyone from, mortgage brokers, yourself, for photos, video, all that, stagers. It's super important that an agent has kind of that vendor list of people that they trust. Because ultimately, it reflects on me. So everyone that I partner with kind of has to reflect the same sort of values. So I feel like my vendor list is pretty strong. Yeah.
Very cool. And then what do you do for fun when you're not working as a realtor?
I don't have a ton of free time.
That's not hard. I don't have fun. I work.
I work for fun, I don't have a ton of free time, but when I do, just spending time with my kids, taking them out. My oldest is in skating now.
Oh, very cool.
So that's really cute to watch him do that. That's really it. I'm not really much of, a party or anything like that. Kind of just more of a homebody. Family,
Cozy. That's cool.
Or Netflix.
Yes. What are you most grateful for in your career so far as a realtor?
I'm most grateful to have a career that I enjoy.
Nice.
That, just like we just talked about, not hating my work. I have a lot of family and friends, and they complain about their work, complain about their job. I don't ever feel that way. So I'm extremely grateful for that.
Very cool. Thank you. And then what would you be looking forward to this year, 2019, in your...
Looking forward to obviously ramping things up, doing more business than I did last year, kind of cleaning up my branding, all of that, sort of getting a more cohesive thing going. I think probably those are the two things. So more production and just a better overall branding.
I always say if your branding is not the same on all your pieces, you're competing against yourself because people might not recognize that it was you.
Absolutely.
That they saw your sign or that they saw the thing online, whatever. So,
and it takes a while to kind of find what you want. Like I've only been in the business 3.5 years. I think about, what my first business cards look like even. I just didn't really know how I wanted to come off. Right? I didn't really know how to properly convey myself through branding. So I'm excited to, now that I kind of know what I want, how I want it to look and how I want it to feel, then it's going to be
awesome.
a bit easier. Yeah.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. And then what about resources or books that you've read or came across throughout your career so far that helped you? Do you have any suggestions?
I recently just read Miracle Morning.
Okay.
That was a good, have you ever read that one?
Nope.
So that's a good one. The whole idea is, you wake up fresh early in the morning, start your day. That's a really great one. I don't know, honestly, I don't have a ton of time to do that. I'm trying to get more into the podcast thing, and everyone's big into Audible right now, right? Like the listening to the books and stuff, but I definitely need to get more into that.
Yeah, I do a lot of Audible driving because we drive so much.
That's what everybody says. Yeah, but I usually just put on my rap and just drive. So
and just drive with that.
I don't know if I could just listen to somebody's voice, but I'm trying.
Sometimes you need the music to get you forgetting.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Anything else you want to suggest to someone who's starting in the career and wants to?
For someone who's starting out, I actually just had this question a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
An agent who is in the process of getting licensed, she reached out and said, what can I be doing now to set myself up for success? So in that situation, I would say build your database for sure. Get on that right away. There's a lot of things you can do before you're licensed that are really going to help you out. Build your database, get on social media, start building that up, right? Start posting pictures of houses that you like. Let everyone you know that, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to be in the business soon. You want to always be talking about it. The other thing I would suggest too is, because when you're going through those courses, they do teach you a lot, but they don't really teach you kind of the basic skills that you encounter when you're actually
dealing in it.
So the other thing that I would suggest is start going to brokerage training. Hook up with a brokerage that has some great training. Get in there. Even though you're not licensed, you may not be with the brokerage, they're usually happy to have you there. So get in there and start working on the basics, like learn how to lead generate, learn what a daily schedule looks like of a successful agent, and just try to kind of get yourself ready for that. Because again, it's simple, but it's not easy. So if you can kind of get your habits in check from the get-go, it can save you a lot of time, a lot of aggravation later. Because it usually takes people a couple of years to sort of adjust.
To get in, Wow, those are amazing tips.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you this year and see what's going to happen with your career. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thanks.